Hello, mortals. This is the Black Knight satellite. I come from the future. Actually, I come from a fictional realm called SCIF where everyone's a spacefarer and tech is magic. I travel through time to bring you tales of legendary technology and the brilliant minds behind it. Today, we unveil a mystery from World War II in a top-secret British facility. Amid ticking clocks and hushed whispers, a battle unfolds, not with tanks and troops, but with codes and ciphers. Imagine a secret team of codebreakers working in silence while the fate of the world hung in the balance. What if I told you they had help from an unlikely source? A madman who spoke backwards, a genius whose mind saw patterns where others saw chaos. Meet the team that cracked the unbreakable code. But before we dive into the enigma, a quick reminder. If you like tales of tech and daring do, hit subscribe to join our crew. Now let's dive into the tale of the Black Knight satellite. It all began with a curious box, a German Enigma machine capable of generating billions of letter combinations daily. It was a cipher-shifting marvel, changing its coded output every millisecond, making it nearly impossible to decipher. To the Allies, it seemed like a locked box with a key turning at lightning speed, leaving them in the dark about their enemies' plans. But how does one break a code that changes faster than a wink? By thinking like the Winker, said Alan Matheson Turing, a British mathematician with a mind as sharp as a freshly honed blade. For him, no code was too complex, no cipher too cryptic. He saw patterns where others saw randomness and potential solutions in places no one had looked before. In 1937, Britain's government approached Turing with a challenge: crack the Enigma code or watch the Allies fall in World War II. With just 3 years and a blank slate, he assembled a team of mathematicians, logicians and engineers at Bletchley Park, a country estate in Buckinghamshire. Among them were the brilliant codebreaker Gordon Welchman, the methodical logician Stuart Menzies, and the ever-curious John Tilton. Each brought unique skills to the table, yet they faced a common foe: the Enigma machine. Their first hurdle, understanding the Enigma machine's inner workings. While the Germans boasted of its complexity, only a handful of people knew how it operated. So Turing and his team were working with limited intel. They needed to know the machine's basics, how it scrambled messages, and how often it changed its settings. To gather intel, Turing turned to Polish spies who had been tracking the Enigma's development. With this info, Turing and his team set about recreating the machine. They toiled day and night, fueled by coffee and sheer determination, crafting a replica that mimicked the Enigma's every move. They even managed to capture Enigma's behavior through its electrical signals, a feat made easier by a weakness in the German engineering. The Enigma machine emitted faint radio waves that could be picked up by a makeshift radio receiver. This discovery gave the British an advantage, a way to indirectly observe the machine's operation without directly accessing it. This indirect observation was a game changer. It provided the team with valuable insights into the machine's inner workings, without having to physically tamper with it. As the team worked tirelessly, news of the rapidly advancing war reached them. The stakes were raised. The Allies desperately needed Enigma's secrets. Soon, the weight of the world seemed to rest on Turing's shoulders. But he pressed on, undeterred. With a plan in motion, Turing and his team embarked on a desperate race against time. They needed to decode German messages and provide the Allies with actionable intelligence before it was too late. Each day that passed brought new challenges, from faulty equipment to German efforts to improve Enigma security. But the team persevered, their dedication unwavering. And then there was the madman who spoke backwards. Enter the eccentric genius, a man whose brilliance was matched only by his quirks. As the team raced against time, another piece fell into place. The Germans, unaware of the code-breaking efforts, believed their messages were secure. They had a reason to think so. The Enigma machine's rotors were arranged differently each morning, meaning the previous day's code wouldn't work anymore. This daily reset offered the British a valuable lead. The team could start their decoding efforts based on the previous day's message, increasing their chances of success. This daily change was both a blessing and a curse. It forced the codebreakers to start fresh each day, but it also gave them a small advantage over the Germans. They could use the previous day's decoded message to guess the next day's starting rotor position, giving them a head start in the race to decipher the daily messages. Using a combination of this knowledge and captured German documents, Turing and his team developed the bomb machine. This innovative device could mimic the Enigma's rotors and plug board, testing thousands of possibilities in mere seconds. Imagine a giant pinball machine with flashing lights and whirring gears instead of flippers. There were rotors that spun and clicked, simulating the Enigma's inner workings. Each click brought the team closer to the solution, eliminating one more possibility. When the machine beeped, it wasn't just a sound, it was a signal, a clue leading the team to the right solution. It was like a treasure hunt, but instead of an X marking the spot, there was a decoded message revealing German secrets. With the bombs in operation, the team's work intensified. Days blurred into nights as they raced to stay ahead of the Germans. The pressure was immense, the stakes unimaginable. Yet amidst the urgency, there were moments of triumph. When the team successfully decoded a message, it wasn't just a victory for them, it was a win for the Allies. They gained insight into German troop movements, supply lines, and even plans for future attacks. It was like having a spy in every German camp, except it was the bomb that was doing the spying. But the Germans weren't fools. They noticed that their coded messages were being cracked. As the war raged on, Enigma's security was bolstered with additional features, making it even tougher to crack. However, Turing and his team adapted. They upgraded their machines and strategies, staying one step ahead of the Germans. It was a cat and mouse game, but the team always seemed to catch the mouse. Yet despite the successes, secrecy hung heavy at Bletchley Park. The team's work was classified, their discoveries hidden from the public eye. They operated in the shadows, their contributions unknown to most. This secrecy wasn't just to protect their methods, it was to protect the very fabric of the war. If the Germans knew the codes were broken, they would change their ways, rendering the intelligence useless. So how much did Turing and his team impact the war? Historians estimate that their work, particularly the cracking of the Enigma code, may have shortened the war by 2 years, potentially saving millions of lives. Beyond the war, their legacy lived on. Their methods and innovations laid the groundwork for modern computers and cryptography. Turing's name echoed through time, not just as a hero of Bletchley Park, but as a pioneer of the digital age. Can you imagine a world without computers or the internet? Without Turing, that might have been our reality. The quiet heroes of Bletchley Park toiled in relative obscurity, their contributions coming to light long after the war ended. Their story is a testament to the power of human ingenuity, the relentless pursuit of knowledge, and the courage to face the unknown. And here's to the curious minds who dared to ask why, who refused to accept the status quo, and who chased the unknown with an insatiable thirst for answers. You can also check out another video we did on Alan Turing here. So what do you find most fascinating about Turing and his team's story? Let us know in the comments below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. And if you enjoyed this tale of history's hidden heroes, hit subscribe for more. Until next time, keep asking questions and chasing the unknown. Who knows what wonders you might uncover. Thanks for joining us on this journey through time. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to leave a like and a comment below. What historical tech mysteries would you like to see us tackle next? Your feedback keeps us motivated to bring you more thrilling tales of innovation and adventure.